Okay, let's go ahead and call the meeting to order. Pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Today, the first item of business is approval of January 2nd, 2020 meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion that we approve them as presented.
Okay, do I have a second?
I second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, all in favor? The next item is approval of February
6th.
minutes.
Well, we didn't have a meeting.
Oh, that's right.
But you still have to do minutes.
Okay, being no,
I make a motion that we present a statement saying, for record, that the meeting was canceled due to inclement weather.
I second it.
okay, we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Not, all in favor? Okay. All right, then the next item is approval of January 2020 operating financial report.
Are you talking about the profit and loss or the actual financial?
Yeah, it's a,
Okay, is that mine stuck together? Sorry. Let me look real quick.
February?
no, for January.
No, for January, you have two. You have one for January and one for February. The business license for Shadow Creek is $100. Why is that?
Because they had two, one for the business, one for each business.
Ah, and the one that wasn't approved by the council.
Yes.
Who is Horizon what?
It's a construction company. Off.
It's Tony Hall. The one that's doing the brewery.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But he also has a construction company.
Okay. Just want to know who it was. That's brewery guy.
It was a renewal.
Huh?
It was a renewal.
Okay.
Do we know what these undeposited funds are for?
That's where the money goes in against invoices that's been put in the system, and that's how it generates. And they were like tax property taxes.
Right, but it should state that it is property taxes, not undeposited funds. It should put on there what it actually is.
I can check into it and see.
They don't have to.
I don't see that.
See right here? They're right there. This is there.
I got you.
They're right there.
I got you. Go around.
We have a general property deposit. Do we know what that's for?
I'd have to look it up and see.
Now, did Sarah set that up when she came down?
She said all these,
Okay. Just let the council know that Sarah was the audit company. Actually came down here, and that's what these numbers are for the uniform charts of accounting,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what she set up right here so that it would all be, correct.
And I understand that, but I'd still like to know what the money's for, you know what I'm saying?
What's the, late fees for on the, under,
Let me find it. Are we still in January?
yes, it's on the profit and loss,
Oh, hold on.
says $50 there.
It was the water bill that crossed in the mail. So I had it,
So, was it 2 or 1?
both of them, because we do it at the same time.
Okay.
So now it's on automatic draft. You and I talked about that matter.
Yeah. Okay, any other questions?
I'll make a motion that we accept the January, but please notate the questions that we had about, some of the numbers. I would like an explanation on that.
The general
That-
property,
Yeah, I'd like to know what that is. I mean, I understand, you know, how it's set up, but there should be some way to tell us what
what
that money
is?
is for.
Okay. Do I have a second?
A second.
Okay. Any other discussion? Not? All in favor?
There.
Okay, the next.
Now, do we need to do the profit and loss, or just include it with the January? Is that what we're gonna do?
Yeah, I
Okay,
mean,
all right. So now I gotta look at the other. Okay, I do have a question as to why the amounts have fluctuated on this online graphics. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with the amounts, but can we have an explanation on why it was 225 one month and then 600 something the next month?
619, Mary, correct me if I'm wrong, is the yearly cost, and then 225 is the quarterly cost.
The 612 is the hosting for the year, for y'all's emails and everything, and then there's a quarterly retainer to just maintain everything.
Okay.
So that'll only be, it'll be, 1 year charge, it won't be charged again.
Okay. And I'm sorry, I don't remember.
No, it's
Yeah,
fine.
okay.
She called me too on it, because it was,
And this is the,
no problem.
Hosting, website hosting.
okay. Okay, then I'll make a motion that we accept the February financial report.
Okay, do I have a second?
A second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? If not, all in favor? Okay. And it says the February the 20th, FEMA financial report, there's no money found on that account.
And we still have the 1,800 something in the
Yeah,
account.
1884.
Can I make a motion that we accept the FEMA, presentation, financial statement?
Okay, I have a second?
A second.
All right, any discussion? If not, I'll vote. Okay.
And I'll make my motion that that includes January and February.
Oh, yeah, I skipped it, I'm sorry, it was listed there.
No, I mean, that's fine.
I didn't see it. Like I say, both months we didn't do any.
Right.
Okay, so we go on down to, the first old business is, court system ordinance. Jeff emailed that to, Rachel today, so that's the reason you're not getting, you know, earlier, but it's, like I say, it's only 2 1/4 pages, rather than, so if y'all wanna read that real quick.
The only question I have is the setting a limit on the fine.
It's set by the state of Georgia. I mean, you can only charge so much, but each day is a separate offense. If you'll read on the second page,
Oh, okay.
see it
And
says,
because the reason I say that is I know that it's more in our soil and erosion ordinance.
yeah, but that's governed by the federal
Okay.
government.
All right. Then I make a motion that we approve the ordinance to establish municipal court through the Pickens County Magistrate Court.
Well, I mean, right now, we're just doing the.
Okay, all right,
the ordinance.
okay, then I make a motion that we adopt the ordinance to amend the code of Talking Rock to provide for the operation of its municipal court.
Okay. Have a second?
I second it.
All right, any discussion? Not, all in favor? Okay. Okay, we'll need to table this one again. The county attorney has not got the actual contract back from, Jeff has not got the contract back from the county's attorney, so that's what we're waiting on, to make sure what he's doing, so,
I make a motion that we table the court system contract.
okay?
I second it.
All right, we have a motion second, any discussion? If not, all in favor? Okay. All right, under new business, the budget amendment. We had went over, on, several line items, and we have to amend the budget for that. And one of the biggest ones was FEMA, the funds that we didn't have, that we had to put into FEMA. So that was like almost $17,000 right there. And that's, why we went over, on that. And if you'll see that budget, it should have been $80,225. I must have misadded, because that was what it was supposed to be, besides the 79,433. That's why all the numbers added up to be.
Okay, and so we went over, we're
Well,
having a hard time, so we went, so how much do, I'm not understanding,
Well,
how
we
much
went
do we
over.
go over?
We went over, it's $98,091.06 is what we went over. So that's 18,000, well, not quite 18,000, but then you've got almost 17,000 right there in FEMA.
So the total we went over was $24,419?
Yes. But,
Okay. But that includes the FEMA?
yes,
Okay,
and that's the 98,091. So what we need to do, Have you got the resolution for the budget? You can read that if you want to, since you got it.
2019 budget amendment resolution, whereas the mayor and town council of the town of Talking Rock reviewed the revision to the 2019 operating budget for the town of Talking Rock attached herein and made a part of this resolution through this reference, and whereas the agenda for the March 5th, 2020 meeting of the mayor and town council were duly posted and the proposed 2019 operating budget amendment and all related material was made available to the interested parties. Now therefore be it resolved, the mayor and town council of the town of Talking Rock adopt the 2019 operating budget amendment.
Okay. Do we have a motion?
All right, again, I have a question.
Okay.
Do we need to correct that general property tax amount on the front page?
Not right now, because all we're doing is what we went over the budget.
Okay. Then I make a motion that we accept the resolution to amend the budget of the 2019 budget.
Okay? Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. All right, any other discussion? If not, all in favor? Okay. The next item is for Randall Hedrick. He is the one that actually did, donated material and labor to build this right here. And so he's wanting a letter for his taxes for a donation to the town of $4,500. So, like I say, I'm asking for approval to send him a letter.
I make a motion that we prepare a letter and present it for Randall Herrick for $4,500 donation to the town.
Okay. All right. Any other discussion? If not, all in favor? Okay. All right, the last item is to authorize a loan for the rail car yard to make improvements for the outside as far as bathrooms and so forth. We sort of put it in the budget, and the community bank will do the same thing as it did last time. We can use the CDs as collateral, and he said we can use both of those as collateral. And I didn't know the rate of the percentage rate till we actually got in here, but I mean, it's like before, he does a lower interest rate because it is against some CDs. So I just want to do, this, do we want to do the full amount of the two CDs, which would be almost 31,900, is that right? Close enough? No, 31,800 and something. Or do we just want to do 30 and leave the other, which would be fine?
I say we do go ahead and do the 30 and then try not to use it. I mean, if we do, that's fine. But then that way we're covered. We don't have to keep going back to redo it. So I'll make a motion that we do a resolution to authorize a loan with Community Bank to do the necessary improvements on the railroad lease land, the railroad,
And
the side, what do we call that? What do they call it?
sidetrack. Sidetrack.
Yeah, for the sidetrack property.
Any money unused, it's gonna go back to us, or he's getting?
Well, here's the way we're gonna pay it back. I mean, let's get the motion first, that you authorize the mayor to sign the loan and, the clerk.
The clerk and the mayor?
Yeah.
Okay, then, all right, let's start this over. I make a motion that we approve to do a loan with Community Bank of Pickens County to make the necessary repairs on the sidetrack, and that we authorize the mayor and city clerk to sign those loan documents.
As a resolution.
And as a resolution, and that we use the 2 CDs to secure the loan in the amount of $30,000.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Do I have a second?
I second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Now we discuss, the way we're paying this loan back is through the SPOS money that starts in June. We got a new, SPOS cycle, and so as the money comes in, we'll pay it on this loan, for the $30,000. And that's what, just like we did for the playground equipment.
Okay.
We borrow it up front and then we start paying it back as we get the funds from the SPOS, till we get it paid off.
So you're gonna record what the interest rate is eventually when?
Yes, we'll have a loan number and an interest rate, and I'll make sure that it's gotta be the lowest one, because our CD's at that bank, and then, the collateral, so they'll treat us fairly. All right, so any other discussion? If not, all in favor? Okay, does anybody else have anything else? The executive session. The executive session, I would rather have all the council here before we do that, executive session. So, I don't know if we need a motion to council,
No, we need a motion to, I guess, remove the executive session from this council meeting. But I would like to include in that meeting, we're gonna have a work session next Wednesday. And I would like to make a motion that we have a called meeting and a executive session at that time.
okay. All right. Okay, we have a motion on the floor.
Second.
Okay, we have a second. All right, any other discussion? If not, all in favor? Okay. All right, anything else? If not, we have a motion,
I have a motion to adjourn.
second.
Yes, sir.
Everybody in favor?
Yep.
All right.